Hello everyone and welcome to Shada Cook. Our today's recipe is eggless sponge cake in cooker. This is a very easy recipe with few ingredients, and this is just a basic sponge cake which you can make in cooker. So if you don't have ovens or microwave, now you can bake the cake in the cooker with just few easy steps. So let's go through the ingredients. 1½ cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of powdered sugar, 3/4 cup of melted butter, but make sure it's at room temperature and not warm. Half tin of condensed milk or milkmaid, or 200 grams of milkmaid. 3/4 cup of milk or as required. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of baking soda, and half teaspoon of vanilla essence. So let us start by preparing the batter. We're going to start with condensed milk. Next we are going to add in butter. And now we are going to just whisk the condensed milk and butter. So it's all mixed together. Next we are going to add powdered sugar. Now we are going to whisk it together until it becomes nice and creamy. Okay, so now on the side we are going to mix together baking powder and baking soda into the all-purpose flour. And over here we have took all these three ingredients, we have sifted them, so make sure you sift them before using. Okay, so now to our condensed milk mixture we are going to be adding vanilla essence. Okay, so now let's start adding our all-purpose flour mixture. So we are going to add about a part of all-purpose flour mixture. We're going to whisk it together. Make sure there are no lumps. Next we are going to be adding a part of milk, and we are going to whisk it together. So just a little bit of milk, then just a little bit of flour. Now again we are going to be adding a part of flour, and we are adding the last part of flour and milk. So we have added about 3 parts of flour and 3 parts of milk. So by doing this way, your ingredients are mixed together very well and there are no lumps. Okay, so next we are going to grease the mold with some butter, and we have also sprinkled some flour. So now we are going to be pouring in our batter. Now make sure when you're pouring the batter, you don't have to fill it all the way, you have to fill it only just half the way. Now we are going to just tap it a little bit so that there are no air bubbles and it's evened out. Alright, so next we are going to take cooker. In that we are adding about 1 cup of salt, or you can add it more or less according to your size of cooker. So the reason to add salt is so that our cake doesn't burn from down, and also so that our cake gets baked properly. So now we are going to turn on the flame and let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. So we are going to cover it and let it sit on the flame for 2 to 3 minutes. And over here you can see we do not have whistle. So make sure to remove the whistle. Okay, so now very carefully we are going to place in our mold. Okay, so now we are going to be covering it, and you can see we do not have whistle, so make sure to remove the whistle. And now we are going to keep it for about 45 to 50 minutes at low flame or sim flame. Okay, so we have removed the cake and it took us about 40 minutes. So make sure that you keep it on low flame. Another tip would be that make sure to keep an eye on the cake. So I would suggest to check in between. Now to see if the cake is cooked properly from inside, you're going to insert, and if your toothpick comes out clear, that means your cake is cooked properly. So over here our cake is done. So let it cool down, let it sit, and then you can cut and enjoy your cake. It's great to enjoy during tea time, or you can give it to your children, they would love it. And you can see it's very spongy. So it's very nice and spongy and cooked very good. Do try it, it's a very easy recipe. And if you like this video, do thumbs up and subscribe. Also we have another cooker cake, which is a biscuit cooker cake, wherein you do not need all-purpose flour or condensed milk. It's a very much easier recipe, so you can check it out on our channel Shada Cook, or I'll also link it in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.